Hey guys, welcome back to Russell's Garage. Today we're going to get sanding on this car. We're going to get straightening out the body lines and the side of the car so it's so true. And without doing this, if I was to paint this car the way it is and you were to look down it, you would see every imperfection on this car. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to smooth out this. We're going to do it one panel at a time. And I'm going to show you guys the process of how to get nice, smooth body panels that are true and straight on a car that's not so straight. So let's get at it. I'm Russell. Welcome to Russell's Garage. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you want to get you a set of blocks. I'm going to start out with using these 3 blocks. I have a round block here that's going to be for sanding in this area. And so what you want to do is you want to work from a body line to a body line. Don't go up over a body line or that, because you'll take a body line out. So you want to take a block and you want to go in the X pattern as you're sanding. And what we're using is 80 grit. And what's this doing? This is cutting it and scuffing it up. Go up to the body line. Make sure you're not getting on a body line, but we're going to block this out. And what this is going to do is it's going to show us our highs and lows. So I'm going to get some 80 grit put on here. So I got some 80 grit. I'm going to go ahead and put on this round sanding block because I want to get along in there. Now what you're seeing is the lighter spots are going to be high spots, and where you see darker spots, that means they're low spots. So like right here, we're into metal, so that's a high spot, and then we have this darker spot here, which means that's a low spot. Now since I'm getting over here to this part, I'm going to switch up to a little bit bigger block. That gets the quarter panel scuffed up to where we need it to be. And we can go ahead and clean it off here in a second, and we'll be able to skim it with our fill. So guys, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix up some fill to skim this fender, this quarter panel that we're working on right now. I like to use this Featherite by USC. It's really creamy, it goes on nice. And I'm not the greatest Bondo spreader there is. And we're gonna sand most of this off anyways. So the car's not gonna have a ton of Bondo in it. But I really do like this product. Like I said, I'm not sponsored by anyone. This is stuff I've used. This is stuff that I know, and it works very well. And I'm gonna pass it on to you guys. If it works for me, then you guys might wanna try it in your guys' projects. Mix it up a little bit. Thing is nice and creamy. Look at that. Creamy. Now when you're mixing up filler, you don't want to mix up more than you can work through before it hardens. So go at your own pace. It's quick and easy enough to mix up, so you don't want to mix up too much if you can't spread it fast enough. I always wear gloves when I do this because this stuff does not like to come off your hands, ever. So what I do is I'll get this on a board, spread it down to about a nice even pile like that. And you're gonna want to take your hardener and knead it a little bit to mix it up in there. It'll get juicy if you don't do that. And then all I do is I come across here with one little thing. Now when you mix this, you want to fold it, you don't want to stir it. You want to fold it and push it in so you don't get air bubbles. And I'm going to move up to a bigger spreader. And you want to mix it until you get one consistency in color, and you don't see any whites. It's all one solid color. See how creamy this stuff is? we're mixed up. We're gonna start spreading this on the car. I'm working one body line to another body line and just spreading it. Smoother you can get it, the easier it is to sand. And that's pretty smooth right there. So we're gonna go ahead. I just mixed up some more, and I'm gonna skim this bottom here, get this all situated. All right, guys, so I got all the fill on the car. I went ahead and I knocked it down with 40 grit with the de-air just to get my high spots down because I'm not a great spreader of this stuff. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna cover it with our guide coat and we're gonna start blocking it with 80 grit. So what I have here is I have guide coat, powdered guide coat, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put the guide coat on it. You wanna get good coverage of the guide coat. All right, we got the guide coat on there, and we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna start blocking it with 80 grit again. And we'll go to finer grit sandpaper once we get it feathered in and shaped how we want it, and smooth our highs and lows out. So guys, we have our spot here showing where we need to be, and now we're flowing this into this. As you can see, there's some metal and there's the color of the car behind there, and we've gone through. So this is our starting point. All these little marks here that are still black, those are lows that we're gonna have to go in and fill in as we work this down. And I'll show you how we do that. All right, guys, so I've blocked this now all the way out to where I know I'm to a good point, because this is the highest point right here, and we have some metal showing. And as you can see, as I sanded this down, all of these black spots here are low spots. And if we weren't to do this, when we go to spray this car and paint this car, you would see every little one of these imperfections that are on this body. So this is how we're going to fix our low spots. And we're going to do it spot by spot. Get you a pencil and circle. We're going to circle our lows. Let me make sure that. Okay, that's handed off. All right. So we have a low here. We're going to circle that. You know, we're going to circle this all the way here. Actually, we'll come around here. So the reason why you want to use a pencil and nothing else on here, after we put the fill over here, you'll be able to see your pencil mark and you're feathering it out. And you're going to want to go around where the low is. So let me mix up some fill real quick. There's another trick, guys. If you spread your filler out flat on your thing, it'll give you some more working time, because if it's in a big ball, it gets hotter and it hardens faster. Spread it out thinner, it's going to give you some better working time. All right, we'll let that harden up, and I'll show you how we're gonna work our lows out. All right, we're gonna get back to here to blocking this out to fix our lows. And then this is how I'll continue to repeat the whole process around the car as we go. Put some guide coat on here now. Wipe this off. Cut it in so far. Put some guide coat on it. So we're gonna get to blocking now. Work this out. So I had those spots in this area here. I put a pencil marker around where my lows were right here, and I put the filler over it. I can lightly see my pencil line, and it is blended right in, and now it's smooth. And I got more lows. I got a low spot here. I got a low spot here, and I'm gonna have to address. And it looks like so far this whole area right here is low. So I'm gonna have to work on that area. The rest of this area up here is smooth. And that's why it's so nice for the guide coat. See right there where it's getting dark, that means I'm coming into the epoxy primer. So that's high. So we're blending from there to that point, and this is level and flat. I don't want to hit my points that are here because I know that's good. Like these ones are lows. These are spots that are coming through to where I want this to be with all of that. Except down here, this is all lows that I'm gonna have to fill. But right here, that area is good. So that's the process of what we're gonna have to do section by section by section by panel around this whole car before she'll even get paint. After I work this all the way out to where all my lows are filled, I'm gonna go up to 220 grit and get all this rough scratches out. So guys, that's pretty much where I'm gonna end it today. It's supper time. I'm wore out already. And remember guys, got that Craftsman tool set sitting over there. Well, a new one for you guys. When I hit 500 subscribers. I hope you guys are enjoying the channel and you're taking something from it. I hope I'm not boring you too much with bodywork. I hate bodywork. It's boring. It's a long process. But when the car is done and you see it, you know, you really appreciate the hard work that you put into it to make a car look so good. So like, share, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.